We are running out of chances to qualify for the NBA Dog Bowl in LA coming up here in less than a month. Our guy John on the Badge Bros has already done it twice. Nez, myself, a bunch of you already chasing him here. We're going to break down this slate. I'm coming in blind, as I normally do with this hoop stuff, so you guys are in good hands. I will help be our collective narrator for asking John and Nez questions about this slate, what we need to do in drafts to give ourselves the best chance to win. I'm Pete with John and Nez. This is Off and On the Clock. Let's do it. All right, guys. Let me get you guys on screen. There we go. You guys are coming fresh off of a baseball show. We had a Dog Bowl slate on Monday. We're friend of the program, Mr. G for Gumby and Jason, who we met in KC, both punch tickets. Very cool stuff. How are we doing here on this Wednesday?
I'm doing great. I honestly feel really bad for John that he qualified twice. Because this is such a good slate, and John just can't draft it. Like he has nothing. He's just on the outside looking in. And I might lose a bunch of money tonight. This is like no joke. Probably my favorite slate of the year. I think it's up there. It's up there. It's really fun.
Wow.
As facetious as that sounds, you're not wrong. Like, I am so sad that I can't draft some of these scrolls tonight. Like, this is a beautiful slate. Like, this is truly Kermit the Frog, hand on the glass, rain outside meme right now for me. Dead ass, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a great slate.
Well, I would say, hey, John, why don't you send me your ranks? But I don't even think I want that. I don't even know if I want to see what John's ranks look like. John, the way John wins it's way more just like Beautiful Mind-esque. He goes in there. I don't think that you can just distill John's beautiful hoops mind into a set of ranks. You just have to be in the vibe and feel the aura at the time.
I love that.
I'm not sure beautiful is the operative word, but there's something going on there that's a little different.
It's a movie. Don't worry. We're not calling you beautiful.
So let's start right there, Nez. You say this is one of your favorite slates of the year. I know one major thing, not all 14 games on tonight's slate are on this specific Dog Bowl slate. The last 4 are not on there. And I've seen basically universal celebration for that, not having to deal with some tanking teams, not having to deal with Jokic. I assume you guys are excited about 10 games here as well.
Very, very, very much. Like, it's tough because you can't just like eliminate Joker from slates, but like you would love to, especially like on a slate like this. Like, he's just like the best player in the world, and it really just kind of it doesn't always work out like that, but it kind of feels like it turns into a luck box. Like, did you run good or did you not at 101? So just being able to eliminate that is so nice, because like there is an ambiguous 101 today. We really don't know who is or should be the 101 depending on Q tags, health, etc. Like, take your pick there. So that just changes things drastically. There's a lot, to be fair, I would say 2 or 3 of the teams that could have been included on this slate would have been like completely off my board anyways, but like it's still nice to like not have decision fatigue here and open up opportunities for good scrolls today, given all of the impacts that we have from injuries and suspensions today. It really turned out beautiful.
Yes, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention I'm giving Gumby his flowers, giving John his flowers. Nez shipped. What was the name of the contest last night? Tuesday Slam?
Tuesday Tip-Off. Also known as Tip the Tip Tuesday.
All right, just the tip. Nez took that one down, so he's rolling into this slate on a bit of a heater himself. There. He's
also too humble to immediately say it after you said it, but he also did first and second the layup line the previous night too. So Nez is as hot as your boy's been, like luck boxing it up here. Nez is like actually smashing right now.
There you go. So let's heaters are real. Let's keep it going here tonight. Where would you start as far as kind of like macro stuff here? How clean is this slate from a Q tag perspective right now, would you say?
Yeah, so there's 3 that don the top right there with Anthony Edwards with this illness tag. You got Jalen Johnson, who missed last time out there, both him and Dyson Daniels, but they both participated in shoot around. And then you have the evergreen Joel Embiid Q tag that just, what do we do with Joel Embiid? Those are kind of like the big driving factors in the front end. I lean all three playing. That's kind of like my bro science right now. I think if I had to rank them, it's Jalen Johnson 1, it's Joel Embiid 2, and then it's Anthony Edwards 3. But just in terms of like how clean the slate is here, we're only dealing with 3 back-to-backs, like back-end back-to-backs, and Clippers and Hornets, the last game on the slate, played each other last night, and injury reports came in pretty decent there. And then the Knicks played last night, Pacers as well, my bad. They played each other last night. They are in there as well. So there's 4 teams on the back-end back-to-back on this slate. Everything else rest-wise is like pretty decent, and then Nez can talk about the Alex Sarr situation and what's going on there.
Yeah, Sarr's deal, he was kind of looking decent to start the day. He has some like minutes questions right now because the Wizards are tanking. But we had Vukovic, which is the backup 5 there, the main backup 5, was like listed like downgraded as questionable, then ruled out, which was awesome. And then Sarr got downgraded questionable as well. So that like pretty much takes Sarr out of the player pool for me. And I mean, Johns may tell people to draft Anthony Gill tonight. I hope not, but he might get there. So Sarr normally we like, but it's a way different team right now, and they're way different rotations and minutes right now.
Yeah, that's the crux of the majority of the Q tags. We're still dealing with that Josh Giddey doubtful tag, and then also we have the Q tag on Ryan Rollins in capital letters there. Lean on that situation for the Bucks, Nez?
That was a midday downgrade for Rollins, so not great. He was also limping a little bit last game. I didn't watch, but I follow some Bucks guys. They said that he had like a noticeable limp. He's been playing a ton of minutes this year, like way more than he has last year. So all that to say, I don't think Ryan Rollins plays today, which is good for me because now I don't have to take him. And I've been taking Ryan Rollins slate after slate for no added money in my underdog account for doing so.
Real quick, John, for Nez, does something with John's mic sound a little different or lighter to you? Because it does.
Maybe a little lighter. Maybe a little lighter, if anything.
Okay, I'm not good enough at the tech lording.
It sounds good to me, to be honest. Okay. Like right now, it sounds good.
I just wanted to make sure you were good.
Mm-hmm.
So in practicality with these Q tags at the top of the slate, are you playing all of these guys in? And obviously, we've talked before about how the Dawg Bowl structure in this contest, it forces you to embrace more risk than maybe a typical contest would. So are you guys just drafting these guys as if they're in these 3 at the top?
I am. Yeah. I feel most confident about Jalen Johnson. Okay. Let me actually backtrack you for a second. Sorry. I feel confident that Jalen Johnson plays. He was spotted at shoot around. Embiid, I think that Embiid plays, but we got kind of rug pulled on Embiid last slate. Like everybody kind of assumed Embiid was going to play. He had a Q tag, but he's played through those Q tags before. And it was a good spot, so that kind of sucked. I think Embiid plays at home against the Knicks. Edwards got the midday downgrade. So because of that, I think that that's way more up in the air in terms of whether or not he'll play or not. And he's actually missed more time this year than he really has in years past. He's kind of been an Iron Man, in years past. And he's actually missed time this year, like off and on. So I'm pretty spooked on the Anthony Edwards midday downgrade. He goes second round like every draft now, unless somebody just is dragging and dropping.
Gotcha. So that's definitely one to pay attention there, not taking Anthony Edwards. Where do you have him, Nez? Are you just taking him mid-second or wherever he's falling?
Mid-second, yeah. I have him just ahead of James Harden, but that has me with 18% Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
Yeah, the swaps are plentiful tonight too, though. It's a 10-game slate where the contingent pieces for if Ant misses, I'm not suggesting you go to Bones Highland on a 10-game slate or something like that, but the contingent options would normally be something of that archetype of player where it's hey, we're wish casting 26 minutes or something like that. On this, man, there's superstars that are free right now. I mean, even Rudy Gobert is free if you just want to do a 1-for-1 from his own team. Nobody's taking Naz Reid. You could get 16% owned Naz Reid this evening as a swap if you felt bullish about the spot in general. So like the push-pull dynamic of taking Anthony Edwards in the second round is very viable on a slate like today.
Yeah, for sure.
Nez, what other things are contributing to this being a slate you love so much?
Yeah, I think what makes this slate fun is like we have some really fun matchups and also some concentrated rotations and usage. At least like that's like what we're expecting. Primarily with the Charlotte Hornets and the Pistons, but really the Charlotte Hornets for me I think is a lot of fun. We have no Miles Bridges here today for the Hornets, and that really is going to condense, not like he was a usage monster, but it's going to condense some usage for sure with LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and Con Knipple that I just think make them great picks, and I have a ton of those guys. I got a big old bag of all three of those guys because just to catch people up, kind of bearing the lead here, there was a big brawl I'm sure people saw with the Pistons. And so we get a suspension of Miles Bridges. And then for the Pistons, they play the Raptors, not such a great spot necessarily, but we have no Isaiah Stewart, no Jalen Duren, and Tolu Smith is the backup 5 for B-Ball Paul, a.k.a. Paul Reed, a.k.a. John's favorite player here. And Paul Reed is just like not getting drafted all that much. And I struggle to see why not. I love Paul Reed here, man. I think Paul Reed is live for like 30 some minutes and he's just like a rates monster. So I love Paul Reed tonight, man.
Yeah, you also, on the other side of that, are probably going to get some small ball Scotty 5 because Colin Murray-Boyles is out, who's their best defender. Sandro's like whatever, and then you got Jakob Poeltl coming back from a reconditioning stint with a back injury who's going to be soft capped at 18, 20, something like that if I was building minutes tonight. So it's all kind of lining up and funneling to B-Ball Paul in that last round there.
So with so many games on the slate and then, fairly clean from a Q-tag perspective, other than those guys at the top. Do you find yourself, you mentioned having a bag of those guys, are you getting really condensed on this slate, or is this a slate where you want to spread it out just because there are so many attractive spots?
I'm trying to spread it out in the third round specifically because third round's just been like a jam of LaMelo for me at the moment. So really want to make sure that, I'm trying to get a little less condensed on LaMelo because I've got like 40% of LaMelo, okay. And there are some guys that can go off. I'm not trying to get way over my skis on that, but LaMelo's in a great spot, man, against Atlanta and at home. And I just have trouble not taking LaMelo. The PRA is the highest I've seen for him, like since he's kind of been in this kind of pseudo minutes cap against on the Hornets here. So. I'm just taking the signs here that LaMelo is primed for a major game, and he when he goes off, man, he can really go off. So I'm really kind of putting my eggs in this Charlotte Hornet basket. Like, they all look really good today.
All right, we're getting John back in here. You back, John?
Yeah. Does this sound better now or worse?
Way better.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. There we go.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. Nez was just talking about the third round being heavy on LaMelo. Who, John, if you were to pivot your exposure outside of LaMelo in that third round, where does your eye gravitate to?
I like Denny. I mean, I thought it was really encouraging to see him come back, play 26, put up 58 fantasy points, just does everything when he's out there. Denny in a vacuum, like when he can play up to like 30, 32, he's a fringe, first rounder, middle of second round, probably on a slate like today. If we can give him 30 in this matchup, and maybe there's a little bit of push pull with Denny's health and with Ant Edwards playing basketball this evening or something, but like we think of the T-Wolves as like this good defense, and Nez has been really astute at pointing out that like, yeah, even though they're good with the rim protection stuff, like they're getting killed in transition sometimes. Jaden McDaniels isn't as good on ball as he used to be. They've had some pretty fun fantasy forward game environments, and this one could be up tempo, back and forth. Denny feels good here.
What do you guys, what's best way to handle this? I know sometimes you guys like going game by game. We got another hour or so. What's the best way to maximize this for everybody to get the most value?
I also forgot, sorry, to say my favorite part of this is we're missing Shaedon Sharpe yet again, because Shaedon Sharpe's going to miss some extended time here. And Shaedon Sharpe's like a 30% usage guy who's like their biggest secondary spot there. Anyways,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. Let's play the scroll game. Why don't we go, team by team and say who's draftable? Do you think that's good on a slate like this, Nez? Or do you think
Yeah, for sure. And then we can kind of, naturally talk about some of my favorite targets, while we do that.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Let's start with that. Cavs and Wizards is the first game. Let's start with one of those.
All right. So Cavs, 4 guys registering an ADP, 3 of them getting drafted all the time. And Mitchell, Harden, and Allen. Are either of you guys getting to Tyson here?
No Tyson now that James Harden is there, but I love Jared Allen. The thing that does concern me with this game is like the blowout risk, but how much can these guys do in 28 minutes? Like is really the question here. I'm trying not to overthink it and be scared of like, oh wow, they like my steak's too juicy, my lobster's too buttery, like the matchup's just too good, Dude, Jared Allen, the ADP has it right, and I don't even think I think I have Jared Allen ranked like 18. ETR does not agree, which I don't. I mean, I understand. It's not saying I don't I don't disagree with like their methodology. I'm just like I'm overreacting, and I think that maybe I'm correct in the overreaction to James Harden getting to Cleveland and the effect that it has on Jared Allen with the pick and roll game, let alone the matchup being like absolutely nutted. To me, just the stars are aligned right now for Jared Allen to just have a 6-6 game. Add like 3 or 4 stocks to his like last, add 2 stocks to his last 2 games. And like, we're drafting Jared Allen like at pick 15, but he doesn't even have any stocks there. And he's like renowned for, getting stocks. He averages like 3 a game. So you add 3 a game here with like an abundant scoring because he's involved with the offense way more with James Harden there. Jared Allen is just like, I don't think that we can like, people need to see it again to like register it. I don't know, man. Jared Allen is like a smash to me tonight.
Cool, man. Good take on the pick and roll handling stuff, the second unit, that kind of thing. Yeah, I guess the only cold water I can throw would be like 17.5 point favorites. And if Sarr doesn't play, what does that number turn to? Like, can he cook Anthony Gill for 28 minutes? Yeah, but like there's a chance that like if I'm building Cleveland, I only want one. It's either going to be the Donovan Mitchell game, it's going to be the Harden game, or it's going to be the Jared Allen. I think you can maybe pair Allen and Harden, but I would kind of stay clear of it. I think this is like max 1 for me.
That's fair.
All right. On that other side, you guys mentioned it's really just a little bit of Sarr Q tag stab and otherwise just completely fade this spot.
If you're going to tell me that Sarr is like 28% drafted tonight because of the Q tab, because of the depth of the player pool, and he's like going in the last round, I would definitely take shots on him. They have nobody else to play the 5, and the swap, the swap options are plentiful and you don't have to go to his same team or game environment. But it is really scary that even if he does play, he could only play like 20 minutes because they get run off the court here. I would probably have no Wizards other than maybe a dart or 2 at Sarr.
Word.
Yep.
What's our next game here?
Bucks
John?
and Magic.
All right, Bucks and Magic. Start with Milwaukee here. Kevin Porter Jr., Brandon Miller getting drafted 100% of the time. You mentioned the Ryan Rollins Q tag. Anything else of note with the Bucks?
I think
I haven't done anything good, John.
Yeah, I was just going to say Kevin Porter Jr., that's it. Orlando's been like pretty bad defensively. Like we're talking like, 26th, 28th in the league. But they're kind of like full now, and they got some good on-ball guys. But Kevin Porter Jr. is going to have to play a lot. So I would be pretty bullish on Kevin Porter Jr. today. I would like him, slightly ahead of ADP because that's kind of like hedging the Ryan Rollins playing factor there. But yeah, it's just one and done for the Bucks for me.
Yep. Yeah, pretty easy.
If you if you had to take a 6th round Q tag, Sarr or Rollins, who would be your preference?
I would say Rollins.
Okay.
Yeah. Safer minutes.
Yeah. All right. Orlando side here. What do we got? We have Paolo and Suggs getting drafted most of the time. And then you do have a few other guys with ADPs, Anthony Black, Desmond Bain. Is this Franz Wagner's second game back here?
Yeah.
What do you guys like with Orlando?
I don't get much. I don't even take a lot of Paulo right now. I have like 12% Paulo. I don't love it. He's so like hit or miss, and with the team being full, it's hard for him to he's such a ball hog that it's hard for him to get all that usage that he needs to be successful whenever they're fully healthy. And Wagner's back, and he's only playing limited minutes, but it still hurts him. I mean, the sample size of one last game, Paulo was terrible. I like Suggs. I think Suggs is fine. I don't take him a bunch right now because I think he needs stocks, and he gets them, but it's kind of like a risky way of making a living there. Black and Bain have had good box scores, but I'm not getting to Anthony Black today or Bain.
Yeah, I agree with you. I probably wouldn't play. I'd skip over Black and Suggs, and I might play a share or two of Bain in the last round. I like this matchup for catch and shoot, and especially if Ryan Rollins isn't out there. Ryan Rollins, as much as I poo-poo on him, he's pretty good on-ball defender. So if he's not out there, I'd mix a little Bain in the last round here for contrarian leverage. That's not that crazy a scroll. From a name value standpoint, it's this is a guy we're routinely playing. But yeah, I don't really like much of the Orlando stuff today.
Who is most at risk of losing minutes or usage if Franz's stuff on the rise? Is that a concern?
It's kind of just everyone takes a little chunk out of it. We're dealing with a team that's a 25% usage, and then a 20, a 20, a 20, and then Franz gets reintroduced and he's a 25 in his own right. It's kind of this evergreen problem we've dealt with the Magic all season long, that it's so hard to pinpoint on a night-to-night basis which guy it's going to be, and they don't play off each other all that well. They've played off each other a little bit better when Black and Suggs have both been back, because at least they're distributors, but it's so much ISO ball that it's just one guy, and I don't really like it at all.
Yeah, they're a little too spread out right now. They're a good team. They're a good basketball team, but for fantasy, it's really tough to parse through.
All right, what's our next game, John?
Next game would be that Hornets and Hawks game.
Okay.
Highest total on this, second highest total on the slate game.
All right, we got the Jalen Johnson Q tag we mentioned early. He's there at the top of the board. You got Nikeli here. What do we call him? In NAW? Nah. All right,
just nah.
I'm getting my my hoops hazing ritual here. We got Double O, nickname I just came up with, so I don't have to say his name.
Nice.
And Dyson Daniels Q tag here on Atlanta. What are you guys doing with these guys?
I'm not scrolling too far here. The Hawks are pretty. They made additions to their team too. With CJ McCollum obviously has been there for a while, but they added Jock Landale as well, who's playing a few minutes here and there, close to 20. They had Buddy Hield too, but I'm not worried about Buddy Hield. All that to say, I'm not really scrolling down for Nah today. Nah projects as a scrollable piece, as does Dyson Daniels, but Dyson Daniels always projects well. But you need 5 stocks from Dyson Daniels to matter, because he's no threat offensively whatsoever. And really, I don't like to play Dyson whenever they're healthy as they are right now. So it's just Jalen Johnson for me. I was doing a little bit of Nah earlier, but he's not consistently taken by me.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. The other thing to note here is Ricochet has the Q tag as well, so you can open up a little bit of stuff there. I think it's an okay Onyeka spot. We like Kalkbrenner, but Kalkbrenner's not going to play all of those 5 minutes, and we don't like to play 5s against the Hornets when they have both the 5s. Well, now they don't have one of them, and Onyeka has that badass Bane mask on right now, which is pretty cool. But I think the biggest takeaways here is if Dyson's in, that equals bad for Melo because you get the on-ball stuff. And I think Jalen Johnson's 1-1 on this slate. Like, fuck the Q tag. I would be taking him over Cade tonight. Like, I would be trying to jam as much Jalen Johnson as I possibly could.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but just the classic looking at ownership versus projection. But this seems like the classic spot where if the Na and Onyeka projections are similar and one of them's like 55-60% and the other's like 10%, that makes Na a pretty tough pick.
Yeah. I'm not a proponent of playing Na when Dyson and Risache are both in. Like, you could talk me into it if like both of them miss or something like that. But even at that point, I might even just scroll past it and go to CJ. So yeah.
Okay. On the Charlotte side, Nez was already talking about how much he loves these three guys at the top, LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and the rookie Concanipple, who's going to lead the Whites in Nick Wright's proposed new All-Star game, I'm sure. Anything else? That clip killed me. Bill Simmons, so just like the most happy he's ever been hearing that idea. Any other thoughts here on Charlotte, Nez? I mean, you kind of hit it earlier.
No, nothing extra from me here, man. I just love all these guys, and just love these guys tonight, dude. Big fan of all of them, but the cheapest one too, like Concanipple. I'm really surprised that he isn't pushed up further, dude. Love him tonight. Like, this is you're looking at the usage right there for the Hornets. These three might account for like 80% of their scoring tonight. I mean, I'm trying not to be like hyperbolic and oversell this, but like this to me just feels like a generational spot for these guys to do all of the scoring, all of the offense in a good game, in a high scoring game. I'm all over this one right now, man.
Chat accusing me of looking lost. Hey, I'm not trying to be a fake thought leader here. I'm just trying to learn here so I can get some shots on goal as well. All right, guys. What is the true, like, Khan's been playing like pretty consistent minutes here, right? Like 33 to 35 minute range. Are you thinking he could get up a lot higher than that?
No, I just think he's going to have like more shots to be taken, more rebounding opportunities, just like an opportunity to be more efficient with those minutes. Like, those are great minutes, man. I'm not asking 40. Those are great minutes. Like, now let's put him in a good spot with some open up usage and see what happens.
Yeah, I like the Hornets have been the second best rebounding team in basketball, beside the Rockets for the last couple months here. But you're taking off two of their best rebounders, right? And now you're giving them an opportunity to stay good on the glass with these bodies, right? So, I think it's a 234.5 with a 3.5. Like, this is going to be 20 points higher than some of the other games that we talk about. There's going to be like 15 more possessions in this game for like Khan. Khan is a great. Take him in the 5th and then take another 6th rounder in the 6th to like flip the board that way for ownership principles.
First of all, have I seen the fight yet? Are you kidding? I've been a lifelong fan of Isaiah Stewart ever since he came on this YouTube channel, Consigliere. So put some respect on it. Yes, I've seen the fight. If there's anything interesting that happens in the NBA, I have someone slide it across my desk. All right. But one more note on this, because of multiple people asking about this in the chat. What do you guys think? Like, how many, Nez, have you put all three of these guys on a single team? Or is
sure I
max
have.
2?
I'm sure. Let me check my solver because I'm actually curious now that you say that. I would try to limit it to 2, but let me see if I've actually done 3.
But I assume Wiz is even his question here is 2 Hornets together. That's more than fine.
It is fine.
I'd say 2's good.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the same principles apply here. You guys could tell me with hoops relative to, football stuff. But one thing I always think about is the cheaper the price tag, the more willing I am on like correlation. So like I would probably default to like being way more okay with Miller and Khan, because what you need for them to clear is lower than LaMelo. If you have a round 3 of a lot of heavy hitters, like you're going to need the ceiling game from LaMelo more than you are Khan.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. 100%.
All right. Next, what's our next game, John?
Our next game is Raptors and Pistons. It's a 225, a full pick'em line here too.
Okay. On Toronto side, Scotty Bolway, as they call him up there in Canada, Brandon Ingram, RJ Barrett, IQ. Any IQ or Barrett for you guys, or just the top 2?
Just the top 2 for me, man. But IQ has popped off before and been kind of annoying. And he's pretty low owned today, like virtually undrafted, at least virtually undrafted by me. But it's just been the top 2 for me. I've kind of had a blind eye to the scroll options in Toronto, because they're all good, like they're all good. But RJ isn't quite full. And IQ takes a usage hit when they're all healthy, but IQ's been a thorn in my side in the past. All that to say, just the top 2.
Yeah, this one to me feels like a really good IKB spot. The totals will stay low, and like the defensive metrics, if you look at them all encompassing for the Pistons, are like really good. But all of those defensive metrics are because they have 2 of the best rim protecting 5s in all of basketball. And guess who's not there today? Both of them. And B-Ball Paul gets absolutely cooked at the rim. As much as we like him from a fantasy standpoint, you still have to deal with like a SAR on the on-ball stuff. But man, give me some IQ in the last round. I'm still scared of the RJ minutes ceiling. Dude, give me Sandro. If you want to play, if other people are going to the B-Ball Paul stuff, give me Sandro in the last round today. Sandro could put up 45 fantasy points tonight in this matchup with like Jakob Poeltl not playing that much. And then if Scotty plays no small ball 5 and Sandro has to play like 32 tonight, Sandro would be like my super dart throw in the pick'em lobbies this evening.
You think you need Poeltl gone?
That? Or G for Gumby, why are we listening to John No Skin in the Game Warner?
No, Mamu's interesting with no Colin Murray Boyles, who we're huge fans of. I think I need Poeltl to sit for me to take Mamu.
Yeah, I just think it's Poeltl's first back, and he's been Q tag, right? Like it's just I will tell you right now, I will draft one team with Sandro, not because I think he's a good play, because I can't live with the thought of it hitting and then John, I told you sowing for the rest of his life.
It's inevitable. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
All right, let's head over here to Detroit. Talk about a barbelled set of ADPs. Cade Cunningham up there at the top. You guys mentioned liking Paul Reed a little bit. Is it just those 2 for you guys?
Yeah, I do think it's like the more I think about this, I'm like, does Karis LeVert somehow play more minutes? Like, no, there's no way. Does Tobias Harris like I try to get myself to scroll because of the missing bodies here of Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren. Now they're just 5, so you don't really have to, you can't really shift a ton in that regard. But no, it's Cade and Paul Reed. I'm with John where I was taking Cade 101 for a while because I didn't think people were going to take Jalen Johnson 102 all that, or I thought people would pass on Jalen Johnson at 102 sometimes. So I have 23%. All that to say, I just flipped Jalen Johnson like an hour ago, and I love Paul Reed. I love Paul Reed tonight.
Yeah, Paul Reed's my favorite super scroll, I think. Feels good.
It feels great, man. It feels great. I mean, what's standing in Paul Reed's way? Like foul trouble?
More or less, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like he doesn't even yeah. I think Asar is good too. I will just say Asar is good. They've got him up over 30. This would be a spot that if it plays to the tight spread and whatever, he's got big stock upside. Raptors are good in transition. But like Asar's fine, but I don't know, it's probably a bridge too far for this slate, but he's fine.
Yeah, it's a loaded slate.
All right, what's our next game, John?
Our next game would be Pacers and Nets, and the Pacers have waved the white flag on this one. They have they're sitting everybody on the second night of the back-to-back there.
Okay. Yeah. Nez, anyone here for you on the Pacers?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Quick conversation heading over to Brooklyn. Sharp, really the only guy getting drafted here. Do you guys like him?
Yeah. Do you like Day'Ron? I love Day'Ron, dude.
Yeah, we talk about fives spots. Fives against the Pacers is a good spot, and we talk about Brooklyn fives and being like Brooklyn fives are guys that we want to play one of when the other one's out, and Day'Ron's kind of like that dude. Yeah, I like the Day'Ron side more than I like the Pacers side of thing. I do think you could find some love on the Pacers, man, because they do have, really like they might only have 8 tonight, and 3 of them are G Leaguers. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Micah Potter and Jay Huff split the 5 like they did again last night, and then if Jarris plays or not, I don't know, man. I'd be fine with Quentin Jackson, and I'd be fine with Day'Ron Sharpe in this game, but those would probably be the only 2.
Okay, there you go. What's our next one?
Next game is Bulls and Celtics. Celtics 14-point favorites in this one without Josh Giddey on the other side.
Yeah, Josh Giddey with the doubtful tag. Anthony Simons, what has he played now? A few games there. So we got the swap, right? Vooch versus old team here as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty fun. As far as the Bulls go, I've done like one Anthony Simons selection because he's just chucking. I've done one Buzelis selection because he's going against Vooch. And then like my like not so secret is jamming Josh Giddey. I don't think he plays. So that why am I taking him? It's for the swap, man. There's so many moving pieces on this slate. And I think that there are, there's a pretty deep 5th and 6th round that I just prefer to have that extra information and be really sweaty about it. I think I have like 40% Josh Giddey, just like waiting to see what opens up and what I think is like the best way to go with that pick. Now I might get a little bit cucked with the Siakam drafters and the and some Jalen Duren drafters, but overall I feel really good about playing that angle. Like it to me, it's just it's like a freebie, right? To be able to wait that out. It's really sweaty, but I love doing it.
Well, it honestly, unless you were prepared to have like 40% of a 1-for-1 swap, having a few other swaps in there to diversify that Giddey exposure probably feels better anyways.
Right. And I have some Siakam, I have some Nembhard because I didn't expect those guys to play either. So like, yeah, I've got a lot of swaps to make. And I'm pretty happy with it, right? Like I don't have a lot of Day'Ron Sharpe. I think I'm going to swap to him quite a bit.
For people who aren't familiar, obviously we've talked about the swap dynamics a lot, but as far as it being a little different with so many staggered games, how should people think about it as far as like the quality of the swaps and it happening early versus late, et cetera? How do you think about that?
Yeah, I guess the one like caveat that you can say to the D-tag strategy is the D-tags do tend to hang on a little bit longer. So like this game starts at 7:30 instead of 7. So you're missing like that first 3 game window, but you'll still have 7 games to swap to. So it's not a big deal on this slate, but it is a dynamic with the D tags in particular is like the D tags tend to hang on later than after lock because the D tags used to swap at lock and be treated as out tags. Now they're treated the same as questionable tags. So they tend to hang on a bit longer, but you'll still have 7 games to get to. And Day'Ron Sharpe's in that window, as Nez alluded to.
And they ruled Giddey out pretty early last time that he had a doubtful tag as well. So I was kind of playing that angle.
Yep. And I mean, the usual thing you talk about as well, like it's kind of a move probably to make too with the very last pick too. So you have the full knowledge of what is still available. Like if Sharpe is your target or you think your priority and he's already gone, you probably don't want to be doing the Giddey play over and over again if your favorite swap isn't even there.
For sure. Yeah. So feel pretty well set up.
Okay. On the Boston side, kind of the three familiar names there, Brown, White, and Pritchard, and now Vooch in the mix at 35.8. Is he getting a revenge game bump?
I kind of like Vooch tonight a little bit. I've taken him a few times.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good spot for everyone on that side. It's just like a good spot in general. If Vooch somehow wound up starting and you got that in tandem with the D tags, I'd swap to Vooch in those spots. But I think Keita still gets the start despite like the activation tag or whatever that thingy is. I think Keita still starts. I think he still plays off the bench. And I don't know, 26, 28 minutes of Vooch in a revenge spot, is that enough for you to win, a 10 gamer? Probably not, but it is a really good spot. And if he was starting, he would definitely be slapping.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Is Pritchard on the board?
I don't take Peyton Pritchard whenever they're full. So I'm not doing it.
I will say
he can fill it up.
Yeah, Pritchard's been so much better since they've shifted him to the 6-man role. And like the 6-man role is like, it fits his skill set so much better where it's just like, hey, come off the bench and fill it up right now. So like, it's kind of fun, but it probably lacks ceiling even in this matchup for winning a 10 gamer.
All right. Next game.
Portland and Timberwolves.
All right. We mentioned.
Oh, no, I skipped one. My bad.
You're good.
You're good.
All right. Portland. Yeah, you mentioned Denny there, and then you got Klingon, and I guess that's it, unless you're doing Drew Holiday.
I love Drew Holiday. His minutes are slowly ticking up, but I don't think I can take him here. In a 10-game slate, it's kind of hard to like ask Drew Holiday to get it done in less than 30 minutes. I'm not even doing a lot of Klingon, but yeah, he got home for Gumby, but I didn't think that was like a spot where I wanted Klingon. And because he's got Robert Williams who plays alongside him, and Robert Williams only played 15 minutes, and he rarely eclipses 20 minutes. But I like to play Klingon when Robert Williams isn't there, and it looks like they're going to be pretty full today. So it's just Denny. I have like one Klingon share. I'll be honest.
Am I picking up on that you said Gumby punched a ticket with
bad?
An absolute fish play? Yeah, playing bad.
Oh yeah. Let the record show.
Yeah, the Klingon is taps the rules sign. Tap the rules sign there, and when Time Lord's available, we just don't play Klingon. It's still a spot that you got to play big, and they're gonna have to play big against Gobert. But like that doesn't necessarily make it a good spot for Klingon. Like Gobert's really good. Like 0% Gobert at that ADP. There's so many places you could go. Or 0% Klingon at that ADP.
Yeah, and then on the other side, Edwards, Randall getting drafted 100% of the time. We talked about the Edwards Q tag. Are you guys getting to Gobert or Jaden McDaniels here?
Like Gobert's an infinitely better play than Klingon is tonight, and he's got the discount in ADP comparative.
Yeah. John's fully correct in that.
Yep.
I'm not doing any Jaden McDaniels right now, but like if Anthony Edwards does miss, it becomes a very interesting conversation. However, it's not as like easy as it was pre-trade deadline because now they have Ayo Dosunmu, and like, is he the swap if Anthony Edwards misses? Like, I think it's a legit question. He played almost 30 minutes in his second game on the T-Wolves. Like they love this guy. They fucking love him, man. Like, is he the swap if Ant misses? Like, I'm kind of wondering.
I'd play Gobert and Naz Reid over him. Like, when's the last time you ever saw Ayo hit ceiling? And Ayo's had way better spots in years past to hit ceilings.
But he's like a plus fantasy point per minute guy, is like what I would just say. And it's a good spot. Yeah. And now he's on the T-Wolves. I don't know.
There's something there for sure.
If is there anything here where the ADP jump would warrant trying to get ahead of Edwards potentially being out, or is that just a spot you'll deal with once it's official?
I on the surface I would say swap only, but like Nas is always in play. Gobert is always in play. So like they're both fine in the 6th. But outside of that, yeah, it's probably swap only.
Yeah, and what sucks is like we rarely get Ant news that isn't game time decision. So
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So nobody really to push up there other than maybe you could be a touch higher on Gobert.
Yeah, I really like Gobert with or without Ant.
Okay.
Especially like if everybody's gonna chase like B-ball Paul and Sharp and stuff, like isn't Gobert just like the known commodity of that same thing in equally as good a smash spot like kind of deal? Yeah. Man, I'd be pairing like 2 of those 3 together on rosters.
Anything else you want to give away from my ranks, John? Go ahead, dude. You got the green light.
I'm here to help the people, baby. I don't want you in the dog bowl, bro. I want you to win, but I don't want you in the dog bowl. I want to win that check, man. I want to deal with your ass. Give me Gumby with 5 seats in the dog bowl.
John or Nez, if the only silver lining if you don't qualify is that we can section John off from our media operations and say, hey, players over there, the media needs to confer. Yeah. When it's your turn to come be interviewed, it'll be your turn. You'll get your 3.5 minutes. But we do have a 60-minute interview with Gumby right now.
He's not going to know what to do with himself, actually. Wow, it's going to be fun.
We have a 60-minute interview with Gumby.
And by that, I mean Gumby's brother. All right. Okay. What is our next game, John?
We got Knicks and Sixers. This is the nationally televised game.
Okay. Joel Embiid, you mentioned the rug pull the other night. Has the Q tag, but an ADP up here at 4.7. Maxey, not too far behind. Are you guys getting to any VJ or just the big 2?
Just the 2 for me. VJ can always be like really annoying and pop out for like 45 plus, but I'm not taking the shot on that tonight. It's just been Embiid and Maxey for me.
John?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the spot's actually better for Maxey than it is for Embiid, but I think the way Embiid's been playing in recent memory, you should be drafting Embiid ahead. Embiid would probably be by 103, I guess. That would make sense, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So just ahead of Edwards, Cade, Jalen, Embiid. And then on the New York side, Brunson, Cat, the big 2 there. Any harder bridges for you guys?
I've done some heart. There's no OG Anunoby tonight. There is no Deuce either for what it's worth. Deuce obviously out for an extended period of time. So anytime OG's out, I really like the opportunities for Hart to take some of that rebounding away, take some of those 3-point shots away. Hart, it took overtime, but played 40 minutes, got up to 50 last night, did his classic triple-double. He just, he hasn't had the season that he's had in years past, but I like the spot for Josh Hart, man. I think he's a pretty fun, low-owned play.
Yeah, he had a really nice handling role. I watched the first half of that ball game last night, and he had a really nice handling role with the first unit last night when they were just like trying to get away from Nembhard's on ball against Jalen, and then he had like a big, nice assist rate there. I always caution everybody when it comes to playing Cat and Hart with the rebounding stuff that Mitch Rob just takes so much of it in the second unit when Mitch Rob's out there for stuff. I think I like Maxey and Brunson most in this game, and then Embiid because the ADP, and then I'm kind of low-key out on Cat in this spot.
Okay. Cat at 18, I guess, falls in that kind of third round range where Nez was preferring Ball. You mentioned Denny there.
Cat pisses me off. He's become a big time complainer on the court. Like even Mike Breen was talking about it last night. Like he was just like, this guy's got to stop. Like, yeah, wow. I don't know. He was in an absolute smash spot last night and got 2 overtimes and didn't get there. And he's soft as baby shit. And he has 6 stitches in his eye. He's got 6 stitches in his eye. Like he doesn't want to go bang bodies with Embiid when he's got a little boo-boo on his eye. Fouled on Cat.
He fouled out. But yeah.
There you go.
Oh, he fouled out?
Yeah. But how are you going to foul out against
foul out against Jay Huff and Michael Potter, who's been to the locker room twice in the game. Got to foul out against those guys. Surely you can stay on the court against Embiid.
All right. I think we have 2 more games, right? Clippers, Rockets, and Heat, Pelicans?
Yeah, Heat Pelicans is next.
All right. Miami, it's Bam and Khalil Ware. People questioning my NBA fandom will know I did very much enjoy, was it Bam posterizing his own teammate, Khalil Ware?
It did happen.
I love that clip. Yeah, that was great. Any other thoughts about this Heat squad?
No, I was tempted to take Jaime Jaquez, but he hasn't been good enough. So plain and simple, man. Box score analysis, and he's not starting. It's a really good spot for him, but no thanks. It's just Bam, and I love Bam tonight.
Yeah, I think you could take Jaime if Wiggins doesn't go, but we're probably not going to have that info. And like anyone who's playing on ball is going to have to deal with Herb. And like Herb, like as much as you want to play against the Pelicans, you don't want to play against Herb. It's kind of like the Dyson thing. So it's like, I want a handler who's going up against them that's going to start, but they just do so many, Sproul does so many funky things with their lineup. It's like so hard to trust. I do think based on how Ware's been playing, I do think we get double big tonight from them. And I think Ware is probably pretty fine as like a scroll option tonight, especially when they're going to need like secondary scoring with no Norm, potentially no Wiggins, and no Hero. So, yeah, but like Jaime would be like the biggest of dart throws, but he's not going to start, and he's got to do it in like 28 to 32 off the bench. And if it stays competitive, like Jaime plus Queen or like Jaime plus Trey or something like that could be viable, but like, it has to be a little bit more of a game environment play, I think.
Okay. I will mention our friend Mike Zakarian, little Zag plan of the night, Khalil Ware. I was reading his Bagel and Locks earlier tonight.
Was his,
so there's
in the article today?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He said, don't get too crazy, but have a little bit of fun. And so that I will do. New Orleans here. The chat already getting ahead of us here. Do you like Derek Queen tonight? We got Trey Murphy. The kids call him Trigger Trey. Zion, Bay, Poole, Queen. What do you guys like here?
Furthest I would scroll is Bay. I haven't done it a lot. He's been like really inconsistent, but his ceiling is pretty strong, and like he has no problem getting to 40 fantasy points, which would be nice at like, you know, minuscule ownership tonight. And it's a good spot for Sadiq Bey. I'm not doing Derek Queen. No thanks, man. He just like he's too inconsistent, and the ceiling isn't high enough with Trey and Zion out there at the same time. So furthest I would scroll is Bey. I'm taking a good bit of Trey and Zion.
Yeah, I don't love the Zion spot. Like I just don't like guys who have to win inside against the combination of Ware and Bam. Like I think it's such a good Ware and Bam spot that I think it's a bad Zion spot. So I'd rather play Trey than Zion this evening, and that's how ADP has it. They could play some double big counter stuff against that and do like the Queen Zion or Missy Queen and this sort of stuff. But like, man, if there was ever a matchup where Derek Queen gets played off the floor, is it ever against Ware and Bam, right? So it's kind of like the right tail outcomes with Queen don't come in spots like these, in my opinion. It comes against like the Pacers or something.
All right. Final game of the night, Clippers and the Houston Rockets here on the slate. Şengün, KD, Amen, all getting drafted here. And then Jamari Smith, a little sprinkle there. What do you guys like on Houston?
I stop at Amen. I don't do any Jabari. It's just too deep of a slate, I think, to get to Jabari. It is interesting. Tari's questionable. I didn't think Tari was going to play on a back-to-back. I think Unabated had a comment that like he was close to playing the last time they had a back-to-back, but Tari typically doesn't play on those. So I liked all three of the Rockets guys, but I didn't scroll past Amen.
Yeah, I loved the Tari spot last night, and what's the difference tonight about the Tari spot and yesterday is nothing. So yeah. I mean, man, he was my second highest owned last night. I played the shit out of him, and it just didn't work out because Jabari ended up being that dude in the first quarter. I like either of them when one of them's removed from the scenario, and it looks like Tari's going to be removed from the scenario tonight. So I could see liking Jabari. but it feels like a way too big slate. I don't like playing tired legs, old Durant on back-to-backs just in general, especially if he gets Kawhi in his face. But like, yeah, I'd kind of just be soft fading everything here other than Sengun, to be honest. Almond's fine,
I know, right?
But like, yeah, I'd probably play Almond over Durant, and I'd play Sengun at ADP.
Okay. And then on the Clippers side, is it just Kawhi or bust?
Yeah, I can't get to anything else here. It's just too deep of a slate, man. And there's just not enough that's been shown. We are like ready for Benny Math season. I just don't think it's there yet because it's only a second game as a Clipper. But Benny Math season will be fun, and I will be there, but not tonight.
Yeah, it's fun that he played 26 last night. It's interesting that he stayed on for like the quote unquote, like it wasn't garbage. This is what scares me about Kawhi. I know it was front end back to back. I know they play this team tomorrow. The bench went on like a crazy run where they scored like 12-0 in the fourth quarter there. And there was like 4.5 minutes left. And like Kawhi, maybe it got down to about 3. And Kawhi was sitting on the bench. And I was like, okay, this is sick. Like they just cut it to like a 7 or an 8, bring Kawhi back on the floor and get him up to 34. And they didn't. And the Hornets starters were out there the whole time. And then they let Reed Shepherd hit a 3. And then they just waved the white flag, even though they were only down like 8 or something with like 2.5 minutes left. So it's kind of scary that they didn't let Kawhi just like go back out, but maybe they were planning on. Yeah, maybe they're planning on. I was
kind of chalking up to the back-to-back.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I was watching it and I was like, I guess. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, the Eggers is right in the chat. That it's like, that's not how tie works. Like, pulling them all was the white flag, and then just because they shot themselves back into the game and cut it to 7, like Ty just didn't adjust. And I don't know, it felt Will Hardy-esque, so I'm a little scared.
I get it. Yeah, I guess they don't have a pick to tank for though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't really matter.
All right. Before we do a couple of drafts, who is your guys' favorite deep scroll? You know, let's say 35 or later.
35 or later.
Let me look here.
Starts with like the Rollins, Pritchard.
Yeah, I think.
Well, actually, we know yours. You said it, Nez. It's Giddy.
It is Giddy. As far as guys that I think are actually going to suit up and play, probably I think Khalil Ware has like the most exciting upside. Really good spot. Definitely a chance that he starts. We randomly got like a 30 minutes from him against the Wizards, which was awesome. They're kind of thin, are the Heat right now. So if Ware starts, I mean, and we're unfortunately probably not going to know that in time, but like Ware is pretty fun. Yeah, that'd be like my deep scroll.
Nice. John, say theoretically you were allowed to draft. Who is your Sabonis on this slate, if you will?
Nice.
Because I can't say the other slate you won because you didn't scroll on that one.
He didn't.
Hey, I had like a 60%er in there or something. Yeah. I paired 2 6-rounders together. That's what I did that nobody else did. That's how I knew I was a stone cold lock to hang on to that slate, because the 2 biggest scores were the 5th and 6th round, and nobody had them together. They just had them on their own. So
but they were good plays.
Yeah, they were good plays. They were good plays, but I was doing it before they were cool to be good plays. I'll cop out and say one of the Chicago guys is okay between Ivy and Simons, and I would probably pick Simons. My list here is like the bigs that we talked about: Gobert, Paul Reed, and Sharp would be like the first 3. Then Onyeka and CJ, if you don't get Dyson, both stand out to me. Onyeka's fine regardless, so Onyeka would be on there. I like the Desmond Bane spot. I know it's not fun, it's not sexy, and we haven't seen ceiling in a while, but like, and it's leverage off all of the other Orlando pieces. Nez said Con. IQ's good. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is fine if you get no Wiggins. Naz Reid is always scrollable. J Huff.
You just want to read off every single player
That's my 8th on the list.
Come on.
Yeah. Do you have before we do a draft? When's the giveaway happening?
I said Tuesday the 17th. I'll drop the link in the chat for everybody. I did remind everybody that everyone's in a more bullish spot now because Sam, Jay Baconator, Gumby, and Brian are out of the player pool now. So we have the ability to free up some more entries for you guys. There is the link. Oh, I can't send it. Maybe Pete, you can send it. I'll put it in the private chat because I can't share a link.
Do you mind saying how many entries are there now?
There are 54 entries right now, but I think Fake Buster Boys is in here 3 times. So
real original, guys.
So I think it's going to be about 45. And then reminder for everybody that for the amount of months you've been a member of the channel, you get an additional entry. So there are some heavy hitters in here who are going to have like 20, 30 months and stuff like that. So that's a lot of fun. But yeah, I think we're going to draw on the Tuesday or the Thursday of next week after the All-Star break here. So
John, can you run a dirt bike filter before you? Also, Nez, I hop in here to do a little draft with the panel. And little did I know you are our op now. Good thing it's me and John versus the world.
I didn't think you would recognize me with my new Abby, but
yeah, you were really disguised. What's the new Abby change all about?
I've just been back in the day, we would change our Abbies a lot. We would just do it just for shits and giggles. Now everyone's too tied to their dog identity. I'm shuffling it up a little bit. I've been performing well since I shuffled up the Abby. So I'm going to keep shuffling it up and keep people on their toes. They don't know who I am.
I just imagine you log into a draft with Nez and all of a sudden he's wearing the snapback headband and you're like,
wow, he won a beat Jack contest? No way.
Nez, I will say that it is absolutely insane behavior to go layup line 3 in the top 10, 2 in the top 5, first and second layup line, and then change your Abby the next day. That's insane behavior. And then win the slate and then change your Abby the next day. Like, it's insane behavior.
You got a pattern match, man. I mean, the change is good. Change is good. I'm also manifesting a lot more. So we're manifesting everything that comes with a bank. How do you want to feel? How what how did you draft? Baby. How did you feel when you did draft? Felt confident. Felt good.
All right. Nez took Embiid and is now about to pick. John and I selected Jalen Johnson. I assume that was the pick we would go with, John.
Oh yeah, that's the 101. I like it.
Bam, Şengün, Brunson. You mentioned like in Denny, Paolo. What should we do here?
I think it's a good spot for Bam. Famous last words because it's Bam, but Şengün's definitely a better basketball player and will project better. So I'm good with either of those two.
Would you ever take Bam and Ware together?
No, that's like a max 1 for me.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Bam it is.
I was left with an Embiid Maxey decision. I opted for Scotty. I don't know why it didn't feel good to pair Maxey and Embiid. I've also done it once already and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'll give everybody a little alpha in 2 minutes here when Fam drops the unabated stuff at like what's differentiating the most between the current ETR iteration and that. Ooh, the Con Knipple. You got to get your guys, baby.
Whoa, Con Knipple. Nick Wright has logged in.
Nice.
I hate that was like such a good idea. Like that would be so funny.
All right. Let's see what this guy has up their sleeve after the con there. This feels like a victim of star method right there if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, it does.
Şengün goes. John, what do you like here on the board?
I like the Brunson matchup, but I like Denny's ceiling Like, it all depends how many minutes you give Denny. If you think Denny plays 32, he's an absolute smash. Brunson on a back-to-back, little scary. I'd lean Denny here.
Hey, you know me, man. Family man. Like to select Blazers. All in.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Cuz knows best. Dude, it's so hard for me not to take LaMelo here. I'm just taking LaMelo.
Mm-hmm.
Play the Nez. It's you're basically a fraud if you don't take LaMelo and Josh Giddey in this draft.
Yeah, I'm an absolute fraud. The Giddey selection is becoming a little less appealing now, but I still think it might be worthwhile because the one thing that I can say is like, other than probably Ant Edwards, perhaps, like I will be one of the only swaps. Whereas when I was doing it before, I'm up against a couple other different swap wars. So there is that.
Nez, what's the target number of entries tonight?
I'm going on an early Valentine's Day dinner tonight.
Ooh, you dirty dog! A dog bowl. Valentine's
Dog bowl night, sweetheart. No, it's at a good restaurant. We're excited. We always do Valentine's Day like kind of like early, like so I get the flowers sent the day before, so it's not like crazy, and I make sure they get there, and she has them the day of. So we're doing the dinner tonight. That said, I'm gonna try to sneak my way to a hundo. I'm gonna try to get to a hundo tonight.
Nice.
100 trips to the bathroom to check your lineups.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a sweaty mess. Like, what's wrong? Thanks, Gumby.
Yeah,
you too, bro.
All right, Nez is gonna really like this. Unabated has Melo as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Player 10 on the slate. So they have Melo for only 38.5 minutes, but they have him projecting for 43.5 fantasy points, which is the same as like Davion Mitchell, Maxey, Harden, Scotty Barnes. Yeah.
All right, John, we're on the clock. Do we keep thumbing our nose at the projections with a Jarrett Allen selection or get into something else?
I'm not as bullish on Jarrett Allen. I would play the Almond or Brandon Miller here. I think I kind of like Brandon Miller more, to be honest.
Well, how about this? I wonder if this guy, Mr. Con Knipple up here, I wonder if he wouldn't do Brandon Miller. Maybe we can get both here.
Yeah, good shouts. Yeah. I was going to make you go crazy, though. I was going to make you go crazy with it, though.
Well, we're going to go crazy in the 6th round, John. I'm going to let you don't have a freak flag that you can wave on your own, but I will give you my flag and you can get freaky with it.
Well, my freak flag, I think, like I think I would have done Daron Sharp there and then done Paul Reed in the last round.
I see. Okay, sorry. Your freak flag needed 2 picks. I thought I could give you 1 flag. You needed 2 flags to get freaky.
Yeah, but no, this is good. Brandon,
then I'm okay. Then you're gonna need to get extra freaky with this selection.
I think there's a good one that fits your build here.
Sounds good. I really need to win so I can one up John's giveaway.
I respect it.
That would be fun.
If I win, you actually get to share the king bed with John. Is kind of what I will promise.
Yeah. Little spoon, big spoon situation, a little night crawler.
Did you put that in the stipulation, by the way? Like, do people know they're sharing a room? I don't want you to get like lawsuited for this.
I mean, I thought that's why you have 53 entries is because of the snuggle equity.
Right.
What a hilarious thing to say.
Wow, this is
pillow wall. Biggest pillow wall. Oh, man.
Right.
Thugs in black is just that's a no for me. Like together.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop in. Just hopped in one more to do after this one. Paul Reed goes. Nez hurt us. Todd. This is why Nez should have never have gotten in the draft because Paul Reed, the secret is out. All right, John. What are we doing here?
I think it's Daron Sharp. I was good.
I think he's gone. He just went. just went, bro.
Oh,
Just you're gonna have to get freaky.
yeah. I like Rudy. I like Onyeka, but we got JJ, so it's bad. I think Rudy's probably like just a really good pick here.
All right, guess like
It's
we
not
just
sexy,
drafted
but
the most boring ADP tethered ass team of my life.
yeah.
Jeez, John gets 2 tickets and then gets so boring. All right, let's do one more here. Well, little Dave action in here.
There we go.
Let's go.
Little Dave.
He was close last Dog Bowl slate. He needed a Chet Holmgren.
Well, the ETR cabal always has to, wrestle away their 2 to 3 entries per Dog Bowl. It's just kind of the rules.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's the law.
John, are we taking Embiid here?
Yes, I think it is an Embiid here. You could say Jaylen Brown if you're a little bit scared of the Q tag, but I think it's Embiid.
Okay.
I will note that Unabated's first run here, Joel Embiid a 47.4, Jaylen Brown as a 47.6, but they have one more minute on Jaylen Brown, so fantasy point per minute production very similar tonight.
Yeah. Have you checked in with any lawyers like T-Bear? Because T-Bear thinks he's applying for the cash value of the ticket. You might want to make clear what you're actually winning here.
There will be no cash value allotted.
Sorry, I forgot to post this. Here's the I just posted the form in the chat.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
All right, fellas. Scotty Bowie. We just did Bam, Şengün, Jalen. What should we do?
Fuck around, find out. Have some fun. Take Melo and flip the board on people.
I'll flip the board on these asses. Let's go.
Take two third rounders and see what happens.
Okay. Now we're living, folks.
Give ourselves a path to first place.
A path. That's all I want. You don't have to put me on the podium. I just want to be able to see the path and know that it exists.
Exactly.
No fresh. You need some fresh pal to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Porter Jr. went.
Wow. All right. Same decision as last time. Brunson, Denny, Paolo.
I think Brunson's fine. Brunson's going to out-project Denny, but Brunson's going to project for 7 more minutes. So it's you take the rates guy or you take the minutes guy.
Well, I think we're telling a
game
story.
Correlation.
Yeah, that game goes into triple OT, baby.
Yep.
Checking out some unabated stuff. They love Brandon Miller as well, which is very cool. And they also love Kevin Durant, which does make me nervous.
Ooh.
Who does, sorry?
Unabated. So does, ETR loves Katie as well. But
Nez, if you had to ask one player in the player pool at ADP to be your Valentine tonight, who would it be?
Wow. That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know the answer.
I think it would have to be LaMelo Ball.
Wow. Okay. Taking LaMelo to the ball.
The big
Valentine's
baller
Day
brand.
ball. Yeah. All right. There you go. All right. We are back on the clock. Wow. Do you buy the Dipperino on Cat? We already said this game is going into triple OT, John.
I don't like it. I don't like pairing those two together. I don't like it. Nez, do you like it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
All right. Who are we taking then?
Switch it up and take Zion in the bad matchup and see what happens.
All right. Yeah.
So let's make a
Easy
bad
to
pick.
take Zion on someone else's account.
I mean, it's still Zion, but
I like the pick. I just think it's funny. You're like, let's just take Zion in a bad matchup and see what happens.
I wanted to keep pairing like ADPs that don't get paired together.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's always fun.
All right. We are about to be on the clock. We got Embiid. We got Nez's Valentine, LaMelo Ball. We got Jalen Brunson and Zion. And now we are back on the clock here.
2 6 rounders.
All right, let's do it.
Like Sharp and Reed, or Onyeka and Sharp, or like something like that. Two of the bigs.
Sharp is gone, but let's grab Reed.
Sharp is gone? Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you, dude. Everybody loves this guy.
These guys are jumping the Sharp.
I don't know why my mouse won't let me click it, but good thing I have it in the queue.
Man, that's
well. We got our first. We got our.
I might reassess my Daron Sharp take if he's going in the 5th round every time now.
I don't think he's going every time there. That's just someone's showing off.
I guess, yeah.
I'm not seeing that personally. John,
well, ETR has him 25th overall, at least in projection. I'm not looking at ranks, but just their projection. He's 25th.
John, a 1v1 question for you.
Yeah.
Bam against the Pels or Şengün against the Clips?
Yeah, that was kind of the decision we just had on Pete's team. Oh yeah, here, Pete, make this pick here.
Yeah. Give me another 6th rounder. Khan went. Yeah.
Onyeka. Is Onyeka gone? Oh, he just went.
Ryan Rollins is available.
Want Hart.
I'm gonna put Gobert in just real quick. There's Ware because we did.
Yeah, Gobert's good. Right. I think Gobert's like pretty underrated right now.
Okay. All right, there it is, guys. Another Dog Bowl draft in the books. There's only a few more of these left. As far as qualifiers here, today is what, the 11th. This is the makeup slot, and then there's the 20th, the 24th, and the 26th. So this is the 4th to last qualifier here. $15 to enter. Top 2 win tickets to LA. Probably should have mentioned it at the top of the show, although if you're watching at this point, you probably know what's at stake. Trip to LA, going to a Pacers-Lakers game, little yacht party, hanging out with G for Gumby. I mean, what more could
I'm so stoked. Want? I'm so stoked.
G for Gil Arenas. See you later. G for Gumby's here, baby.
Man. It is it's gonna be a good time. Join us in the streets, and shout out to Underdog too for making this slate a good one without the mess of the late games. You guys just did a baseball stream. If you guys are wanting to get in the Dinger streets and all of that good stuff, anything else you want to mention?
No, that was a good show with Vlad, man. Really good conversations. Kind of talked about some breaking news that we got from today. Really good show. Having a lot of fun with the Dingers right now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll probably be All-Star weekend. So we'll probably be off until we'll do tomorrow's slate for NBA, probably paywall. And then, Neds might do no strip here or there, whatever, but I'll be gone until Tuesday the following week. And then we'll draw the prize either Tuesday or Thursday next week, pending how fast I can get the spreadsheet in a thing and figure it out. But Neds, to answer your 1v1, I think it's Şengün. I think it's Şengün. I like the Bam spot, but if Bam plus Ware, you got to lower the Bam projection because we don't like playing Bam at the 4 as much as we like playing him at the 5. But if we get Bam starting, and we're probably not going to know this, and you get no Andrew Wiggins, well, then maybe he would project higher. But I think you got to play Şengün over him, even though it's a back-to-back.
John, I did just fill out the form myself. Why do you need to know boxers or briefs?
that is for the other side of the pillow wall. That'll be discussed once we arrive.
It just feels like a violation, but you run your giveaway however you want to run it. All right, guys, good luck tonight. I will be back tomorrow. I'll have lulls tomorrow, and then I just booked After Dark for Friday. Fantasy Football Garage. He's been doing a lot of streaming. He's been in the golf streets. I've never done a show with him, so excited to have him on. We'll, I'm sure talk about a variety of things, and he'll get me golf pilled there. So tune into that on Friday night. Couldn't do it Saturday night, Valentine's Day. Thanks for the heads
What a
up,
romantic.
Nez, to get cracking on that. All right, guys. Good luck. Someone ship that ticket. We'll see you guys next time on Off and On the Clock.